Okay, so here's the game plan for today. I came in here while it was raining and I found another water leak. And it's up in here someplace because it's been leaking down here on the floor. So I'm going to take all this insulation out from here and I'm going to start taking down this panel above the shower and removing that insulation too. That way I can see up in there on the top of the mobile home. And I'm also going to see if I can't figure out the water here. I've been catching a drip right here, and I think it's maybe coming underneath this protective wrap and coming down. So that's my project for today. You gotta love it when your tools are all strung all over the place and you can't find them. Now some of y'all might wonder, what in the world am I doing? Well, trying to find the seam to this panel on the ceiling that I'm not going to keep. And what you can see here is when you separate, you should usually be able to just pull those out, like cut a part by the wall and just slowly pull it out. But I don't care about it because it's all crap. And all your panels are attached by these staples in the ceiling. It's directly into the little 1x ceiling joists. And I'm just going to rip that out. I don't care about it because it's all funky. And I'm just letting it fall down here in my cover. As you can see, it comes apart quite easy. Now what I'm doing here is, I guess you call it like a vapor barrier on the insulation and the ceiling, which kind of makes it easy to find water leaks. And I'm thinking it's over here, but I shall see. You never know. I might get lucky and find another one that I can fix while I'm here. This stuff is basically cardboard. It's junk. Problem is you can't buy these panels anymore. I mean, there was one place I found online, but the panels come in like 14-foot lengths and they're fairly fragile and they won't ship them. So I'm not driving 6 hours to get this stuff. So probably what I'll end up doing is when I get the bathroom finished, I'm going to use shiplap and put that on the ceiling. Because one, it's simple. You can't really mess up shiplap and it always looks nice. If I don't do that, maybe I'll do wainscoting, you know, something simple, or maybe sheet metal, kind of like siding. I don't know. There's a couple options, but I'm not going back to anything that can be destroyed by water. So, okay, so I got that panel down, and there's no evidence of standing water up in the plastic. I don't feel anything that's damp. I don't see any water bubbles on the plastic anyplace. So that's good. I think I might need to feel around there a little bit. Yeah, I don't feel anything. So I think the water leak, well, there's some water right here. A drip. So the drip is right in here someplace. Sorry about the camera. So it's in here somewhere. So I'm probably going to cut back to here. You know, take this insulation out and get a good inspection. Then go along the process of fixing stuff. And always remember your safety goggles. Of course, these are ATV goggles, but hey, it works. Okay, so here we are. Got the insulation. I cut the vapor barrier back, and then I pulled the insulation where I could get up into the ceiling and kind of like see. You can see that nail where it's all dark and kind of rusty. That may be my problem. I don't see any other signs of leakage. Plus you can see this other one by here where it's all discolored. I'm thinking that's where the water's dripping down. And it's dripping down the back side of this. And it's just kind of saturating the bottom of it maybe. So now I've got it pulled back here. And I also found the hole for the vent. See that hole? That's where the vent tube is supposed to go. So I got to get me a 1.5 inch hole cutting saw. You know, you put it on a drill and cut there. That way I can run my PVC vent pipe out through that. So yeah, some of this right here doesn't look that healthy. So I think before I'm done closing the ceiling in, I'm going to replace that with a treated 2x4 or a 2x4 and tie it into the walls and back here on this other wall. So now, what? Are you helping? Huh? Come on. Go do dog stuff. So what I'm going to do now is sweep up my mess. I'm going to leave this in the tub and wait for the rain to come so I can actually see where the leak's coming from. And also, I noticed right here, this is not wet, but it's rotted. I'm not really sure what it is, what this board here is for, but I'm going to assume it's necessary. I'm going to keep an eye on this too, because I cut this out, part of the ceiling, because it had a wet spot like over here that's been there forever. And I'm just wanting to double check I don't have any extra water leaks back here either. So it is now raining. I guess it's been raining now for a couple hours. Not really hard, but enough to get some leaks. So here is my leak. That is the vent tube for the drain. And water is leaking through there. So that's probably going to have to be a fix. I'm going to have to fix on the roof. That's going to have to be a fix on the roof. So yeah, I'll have to fix, there's that word again. I will have to repair that from the outside, because no sense from trying to do it in here. And yeah, water drop. But I'm not really sure. There it is. It's coming underneath that window. So I will have to fix that too. There's the wet spots. That. So yeah. Maybe if it stops raining tomorrow, I can get up there and fix that. I don't see anything else. So I think that's about it as far as the leaks. And then I'm also going to put the drain for the bathtub in. Okay, so I'm up here on the roof. You can see some of the coating's gone. I'm not too worried about it since I'm going to be redoing it. But this is where I was feeling. This is where the leak was coming from. There was a bucket sitting on top of it. So I seen where there was a hole on one of these fasteners. And I'm just using this black tar stuff and trying to spread around it to keep it from leaking that little bit that it does leak. So, yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. I went up to the hardware store and I got one of these flexible flashing pieces in a section of 2-inch PVC with 2 bends that I'm going to run through the roof. While I was up there patching and putting down tar, I was like, you know, there's no sense in just patching it. Let's go ahead and fix it and get it ready to run the vent pipe for the bathroom, since I'm already working on the bathroom. I had to get out of lazy gear. So it's a struggle, but I'm getting there. Okay, so here we go. It's not Bob Vila pretty, but it'll do until I get a roof put over this thing. I might be asking also, see, there's the PVC. Why did I leave it so tall on top? And how come I only use that, I guess you call it asphalt type rubber, cement, whatever stuff? Well, the one reason is I still have to drill a hole through here. Okay, that tube's got to come through here, and I want to make sure I had enough PVC, you know, to get about right here. So when I get that hole drilled and pull it down a little bit, you know, it'll come closer to the roof. And secondly, the tar sealant, I did it that way. That way it's easy to pull up, and I'm not actually drilling holes through the top of the trailer. Because eventually when I do put a roof over top of the trailer, I'm going to have to relocate this. And I just didn't want to add any extra holes, you know, to the ceiling to cause more leaks I'd have to chase down. So that black tar stuff, it'll do okay. It'll seal it. Plus it's got the flange that's sealed again underneath of the flexible flange. So it should be okay. So now, just to complete this drain, I just got to get the bit, drill that hole out, and slide it through, and get another piece of PVC. So that takes care of one leak, and I'm waiting for it to rain today because I want to make 100% sure it's not still leaking. So, and 10 minutes later, we have a downpour. Oh, man. If y'all wonder why I just don't have a lot of enthusiasm today, that's just it. I'm so lazy today, but I'm pushing on. Like I said, this is not a Bob Vila quality job. One, I'm mainly trying to stop the leak. Two, I want to do it somewhat right, I guess you could say. And three, well, there is no three. So, okay, I'm not feeling any water. I think it'd take quite a bit for it to get past all that tar sealant and that flange. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm good here. I don't feel any water around these nails. So well, folks, I guess I'm gonna call that an end to this video here. If you would like and subscribe, leave a comment below, say hi. Make sure you check me out on Instagram and check out my Amazon link in the description. It would definitely help me out. So I'll see you guys later.